You're not broke because you're unlucky. You're broke because you haven't experienced compounding long enough for it to change your life. And that's not an insult. It's a realization most people avoid. Right now, you're playing a linear game in an exponential world. You work 1 hour, you get paid for 1 hour. You put in effort, you get immediate results, or none. So your brain gets trained to expect quick feedback. But wealth doesn't work like that. Wealth is delayed, quiet, invisible in the beginning. And that's why most people never reach it. If you're making $2,300 per month today, and nothing fundamentally changes about your skills, your network, or your leverage, 2 years from now, you will likely still be hovering around the same number. Maybe $2,500, maybe $2,800. That's linear growth. It feels like movement, but it doesn't change your life. Now imagine something different. Instead of trying to increase your income directly, you increase your income-producing ability every single day. Not once a week, not when you feel inspired, every day. You improve your skills slightly. You become a little faster, a little sharper, a little more valuable. That improvement compounds. And once compounding begins, your trajectory bends. At first, the curve is so small you don't notice it. That's why most people quit. Month 1, you're still unknown. Month 3, you're still underpaid. Month 6, you're frustrated because the world hasn't recognized your effort. But here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. Your competence is stacking. Your understanding is deepening. Your mistakes are becoming more refined. You're no longer guessing, you're adjusting. That's compounding. The daily action is simple but not easy. Increase one of 3 things every single day: your skill, your visibility, your leverage. Let's break that down deeply. First, skill. A high-income skill is not something that sounds impressive. It's something the market already spends money on consistently. Businesses always need more customers. They always need better messaging. They always need systems that save time or increase revenue. That's why skills like sales, copywriting, video editing, AI automation, coding, offer creation, media buying, consulting, they all have demand built into them. When you build a skill connected to revenue, you connect yourself to money. But building a skill doesn't mean consuming information endlessly. It means output. If you want to become a great copywriter, you don't just read about copy. You write every day. You write bad headlines. You write better headlines. You study ads. You rewrite them. You get feedback. Skill grows through friction. Second, visibility. You can be extremely talented and still broke. Why? Because obscurity pays nothing. If no one knows you exist, your skill has no economic value. You must attach distribution to your development. Post your work, share insights, reach out to prospects, offer value before asking for money. In the beginning, it feels uncomfortable. You feel exposed. You feel judged. But embarrassment lasts minutes. Obscurity can last decades. Third, leverage. Leverage is what turns effort into scale. Without leverage, you are trading time for money. With leverage, your past work continues paying you. Leverage can be systems. It can be automation. It can be content. It can be referrals. It can be a reputation that closes deals before you speak. At first, you have almost none. But as your skill improves and your visibility increases, leverage begins to form naturally. Clients come from past clients. Opportunities come from past output. Trust comes from accumulated proof. And this is where the numbers start to change. Not gradually, but dramatically. Year 1 is foundation. You go from invisible to competent. You go from hoping to negotiating. You raise prices because you can justify them. Year 2 is acceleration. Your speed is faster than beginners. Your pattern recognition is sharper. You solve problems quicker. You deliver results more consistently. You're no longer experimenting, you're executing. That's when income stops behaving in a straight line. It curves. The jump from $2,300 per month to $8,000 per month doesn't happen because of one lucky break. It happens because 2 years of invisible compounding finally becomes visible. And from 8,000 to 15,000, that jump is even faster, because once reputation enters the equation, growth multiplies. Income is not random. It is value multiplied by leverage repeated over time. Most people sabotage this process because they crave immediate validation. They want dramatic results in dramatic time. But wealth is built quietly, daily, repetitively, boringly. It feels like nothing is happening until suddenly everything is happening. 2 years sounds long, but 2 years will pass regardless. The real question is not whether time will move. It's whether you will compound while it moves. Will you stack skill daily? Will you increase visibility daily? Will you build leverage daily? Or will you restart every few months because you're impatient? If you commit to improving even slightly every day in something the market already values, staying broke becomes extremely difficult in the long term. Not impossible overnight, but mathematically difficult over time. Because markets reward sustained value creation. They always have. You don't need 10 ideas. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need luck. You need endurance. You need focus. You need the discipline to allow compounding to work without interrupting it. 2 years from now is guaranteed. The only variable is who you become in those 2 years, the person who resets or the person who compounds. So ask yourself honestly, what are you doing today that your future income can build on? What are you compounding right now?